I got up on Christmas morning and I went, same thing I'm gonna do this Christmas. I went to my neighborhood and I said, take me to the houses of the kids who parents on drugs. Yeah, we knocked on the doors like, hey, bring your kids outside. Like, we got toys for them. And some of those kids came outside, I know they weren't gonna have nothing. And they were just looking like, that's what I do it for. Because you know what? If they don't get to look up to somebody like me, you know who gonna do that? The drug dealer.
Yep.
The drug dealer gonna do the back to
pull
school.
them
And that's who they're going to look
Yeah,
up to.
that's who the drug dealer gonna do the Christmas. They gonna look up to him and they gonna say, I wanna be like him. That's who I wanted to be like growing up because nobody else was doing it. I made a choice. I made a conscious decision with the stuff that I'm doing this holiday season to do it with you guys because of what y'all represent. That was a conscious decision. That wasn't this is my only option.
Right.
That was a no.
Yeah.
Like, I want to do this with them.
Yeah.
Because at some point, you have to understand, you just got to choose what you support.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so
we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Like, for you wanting to partner up with us, and we're excited to partner up with you for it's a full ride
it's
toy
a
drive.
full ride toy drive.
Going down next Saturday.
And I think those things, too, give hope. You know, we have to begin to change the narrative of what people see. We have to begin, even when it's said, yo, this isn't cool. People told me for years, this isn't cool. This is not going to work. The stuff you're saying is too positive. And I'm like, I'm cool with that.
Right.
Like, I'm cool with that. Like, out of the artists in our city that talk about everything under the sun, like, all of my stuff is positive. It's hood, but it's positive.
It's positive, though.
Yeah, but my stuff is bigger than everybody's that's talking crazy.
So in the past, you've taken, and correct me if I'm wrong, you've taken kids to, like, go see Black Panther when it first came out.
Yeah.
Right? This year, doing the toy drive next Saturday. What made you go in that direction? Take on the toy drive? Because
I've been there. You know, the neighborhood I grew up in, it's called the West End, or it's not too far from the Delmore Loop. It's called Hamilton Heights. Where I grew up at, it's a neighborhood that is right at the poverty level or below. You know, you got children in homes, 5, 6 kids, or 2, 3 kids, whatever, single parent, 2 parents. But I remember waking up on Christmas morning and myself sometimes not having nothing. And now Christmas isn't all about gifts. We know that.
But explain it to a 5-year-old, though.
Yeah, but the hope, what it is about, what Christmas is about, even from a gospel perspective, is hope. Like, my hope placed into my Savior, my hope placed into being redeemed. And when you wake a kid up, when a kid wakes up on Christmas morning and they have nothing, and then they go outside and their friends have something, there's a hopelessness that sets in. I remember that feeling. I talked about being at the group home at 14 years old. Like, my mom, she was having drug issues at that point. And so I remember being in the group home. It was probably some other people that felt like they were, punishing me by not doing nothing. But I remember waking up in the group home at 14 years old, and everybody in the group home had family and friends sending them stuff.
Wow.
Except for me. I'm already away from my mother. I'm separated from my brother. The way we got took was traumatic in itself. And now I wake up on Christmas morning, a day that you're supposed to feel love and family and friends. I'm in a group home by myself with a bunch of people I don't know, and I wake up and I have nothing. The only thing I had that day was a $100 gift card from Walmart. The staff gave to me, that the state gave us.
Right.
So I know that feeling. That's why I do the same reason I do the back to school drive. I remember not being able to go to school for 2 weeks because the welfare checks hadn't came.
Yeah.
So that's what it's about.
So when you see those kids, whether you took them to Black Panther or giving them the toy for the toy drive or even like the backpacks, would you say like the smile is similar to how when you were fishing?
Oh, man. That's what we wrote in the thing. Seeing their, it just made me emotional. Just being 100.
Yeah.
The first year I did this, I got up on Christmas morning and I went, same thing I'm going to do this Christmas. I went to my neighborhood and I said, take me to the houses of the kids who parents on drugs. Mm. And we knocked on.
That hits home.
Yeah, we knocked on the doors like, hey, bring your kids outside. Mm. Like, we got toys for them. And some of those kids came outside, I know they weren't going to have nothing. And they were just looking like, And again, it produced, when I do the back to school thing, I remember sitting in the park in my neighborhood. We passed out book bags, school. And most of this stuff I've did, all these years I did this, I was doing out of my own pocket. This is the first year I've because people always say, how can I help? I wish I could help. Like, I was paying $5, $6, $7 grand to do the back to school out of my own pocket. I'm paying thousands of dollars to do Christmas out of my own pocket. I remember doing the back to school and seeing a group of the kids standing there, and they asked somebody, they said, who is that that's doing this? And I heard them telling them, like, oh, he grew up over here. He a rapper, but it's this and it's that. His name Thisl, and it's this. That's what I do it for. Because you know what? If they don't get to look up to somebody like me, you know who gonna do that? The drug dealer.
Yep.
The drug dealer gonna do the back to school.
And that's who they're gonna look up to.
That's who the drug dealer gonna do the Christmas. They gonna look up to him and they gonna say, I want to be like him. That's who I wanted to be like growing up because nobody else was doing it.
Right.
So when I started doing this stuff, I remember I was at a Legacy Conference. It's the conference in Chicago, Urban Conference. And after it was over, we were sitting outside at night, and it was probably like 50, 100 people. And I said, man, y'all hungry? Everybody like, yeah. And I called Domino's and ordered like $5 pizzas, right?
Man, that must have been the year I missed out on that conference.
Yeah.
So I feed everybody. One of my partners from Atlanta, dude named Alex Faith, he came up to me. He said, bro, he said, you like a drug dealer. I said, why you say that? He said, the only people I ever see do stuff like this are drug dealers. But that's where I learned it from.
Yeah.
But that aspect of my life has been redeemed now.
Right.
The moment I was redeemed, the first thing I did in my neighborhood was, soon as Jesus got a hold of me, I went to my neighborhood, went on every block in my neighborhood, took boxes of trash bags, and told the kids, clean up your block, leave the bags at the end of the block. We gonna come pick them up in a truck, and when y'all done, meet me at the park. We having a party. And I came back hours later. The kids had all the trash bags stacked at the corners. They cleaned up. I met them in the park, and we had a party.
Yeah.
And I've been doing it ever since.
Taught them how to take care of their own neighborhood.
That's
what's the age range of the toy drive? The kids that you see.
Man, so I would say do kids like 2 and up.
Okay.
So I would say do kids like 2 and up.
It's a good array of
it's a
kids.
good range because
teenagers as well.
Yeah, teenagers,
okay.
Because we're gonna run into kids that, so there are gonna be a couple of places we're going. One, we're going to the hood, so we're gonna pop up like in the hood. Like when I say the hood, I mean the hood, like real hood. We're gonna pop up in the hood. We're gonna hit houses, of people that that I know personally that aren't gonna have stuff. We're gonna hit places that people recommend for us. I'm gonna put the word out on my social medias to have people recommend families. I do that all the time too.
What's your social real quick then?
Thisl at Thisl. You can find me anywhere.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have people recommend. We're gonna pull up on them. And then I got a woman I work with. She's a publicist, and she's setting some up for us to go to a couple different hospitals because we do that too. We did that the first year. We went to Rankin Jordan Hospital, so we're trying to get it set up to go there too.
Now, did I hear that some people actually are going to be joining with you if they're interested?
Yes. So I'm gonna let y'all handle the rules.
So they'll be like
they like my elves.
Okay, let's get like Thisl Claus and elves.
So I'm gonna let y'all handle the rules of what they need to do to be an elf. So y'all pick the rules. Whatever y'all say they gotta do, they can come join me. Whether going to everywhere they go, they'll be safe. I'm gonna say that. They'll be cool. So they can go to the hospital, they can go there, but they can come help on the day of the toy drive. So the toy drive itself is going to be December the 14th at the Cricket Wireless store on West Florissant and Chambers. So they could come that day, they can help with the stuff there, just so they can. I think it does people good to be involved in stuff like that and see it happen and get to see, I did that with my children growing up. Like when my children were little bitty kids, I told them, I said, I would go to them and say, y'all got everything y'all need. Let's do this for somebody else. So my children, they have a certain level of understanding that I'm here to serve other people because you see it working. Like we could spar. Like I saw a meme yesterday said, I'm not about to go broke. I'm not about to go broke trying to impress a 3-year-old, a broke 3-year-old buying a bunch of gifts.
That's true.
And that's like, Most people go buy Christmas so they can have boxes and post on Instagram and, hey, Merry Christmas.
I got Little Johnny all these presents, and Little Johnny.
And Little Johnny ain't gonna play with none of
He
that.
gonna play with the box.
Yeah,
he gonna play with
the wrapping paper.
Man,
He gonna go get his favorite stuff.
right.
And so I think it does people good to come out and see that kind of stuff. It does children good, especially, even if you're doing it on a personal level. It does children good if you got a family around you that you know is not doing well. It'll do you good to say, well, little so-and-so, you normally get 5 gifts. We're going to take one of your gifts and you give it to this person.
That's real. That's real.
It'll do them good to see that stuff happen. And these people that, I do the stuff I do because there's a level, like resources trickle down.
Yeah, that's true.
Like resources trickle down. Like, so it starts at the top with the person that's giving it, especially when you give corporately. It starts at the top at a corporate level. You get the money. Then that money, most cases on the corporate level, is distributed to the people that is going to get them the most press so they can continue to get money. Most cases, those people still need stuff, but they're not in despair.
Yeah, their needs aren't as high.
Yeah,
Right.
They're not in despair. But they're easy to access. I can get to you easy. These people that we go to serve, nobody's going.
It's almost
Right.
like forgotten.
Nobody's going to serve them.
We appreciate you so much for just coming in. We appreciate for the work that you do in the community. The fact that regardless of your stature and where you're at, your success, that hasn't kept you from still not forgetting where you came from and giving back to those people.
I've had do you know how, like I've won a Grammy. I travel every year. You could travel from anywhere. I've sold thousands of records independently, millions of streams. I could have been doing what I do anywhere. I've had people offer me money to move to other cities, good money. I've had people ask me over and over again, why do you live in St. Louis? Especially after I was shot here.
Right.
People thought that was going to deter me from what I do. The moment that I could walk again, I went right back to Mission St. Louis. And
It just
started
made you go
mentoring
harder.
dudes. Like, this is my, people got to have a life mission. This is my life mission. When God pulled me out of that situation, my heart has been lit on fire ever since to serve people in those spaces. And I do it. I tell people all the time, I'll do this the rest of my life if I could for free. This is my joy. I get joy doing this. And I've done a lot of things that are joyful. There's
Right.
nothing I do that compares to this right here, outside of loving on my own children.
Well, we appreciate that, man. You can see it. You can see it with just even on your face when you talk about it. And so we're just thankful for you.
Hey, I'm thankful for you guys. We're gonna have a ball. We're gonna load up this U-Haul truck and we're gonna take.
We're all gonna dress up as
You hear
elves,
me?
right?
Hey,
That's right.
I'm gonna get you a Santa
I'm
hat.
gonna have on a Santa hat. I don't think about wearing the Santa suit.
Yeah.
I might wear the whole outfit because we're gonna fill this truck up, man. We're gonna make some kids smile this Christmas
You
morning.
have to grow
Yeah,
your beard
it's a
out a
full
little more
ride.
too.
Full ride.
Says the dude that got stubborn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, attack my bird.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
You got
I like
stuck.
it. I like it. It's
Hey,
already farther than mine.
Look, go ahead and show up this. It's gonna air next week, so go ahead and show up this Saturday. It's December 14th. The full ride toy drive. Help Thisl and Boost fill up a U-Haul. This is J-Bo and Yoshi on Boost. We out.
What's up, y'all? This is your boy Thisl. And y'all know what it is, man. I'm chilling with Boost 101.9. What I need you to do is go wherever it's at, up, down, side, and click that subscribe button.